Welcome to this video. Today, we're going to be going through my collection. We're going to see how much has changed since the last time I filmed one of these, which was February of 2025. So it's been almost a year since I filmed one of these. So yes, I think I've made a lot of progress this last year. My binders have seen a lot of changes in the last year, I should say that too. But yeah, before we get started, let me tell you who I collect. In ateez, I collect Yuno, Yeolsong, and Jongho, but select OT8 sets. In twice, I collect Jonghyun, Dahyun, and Chuu, with select OT9 sets and select solo releases. In xikers, I collect Junmin, Seyoon, and Yoojun with select OT10 sets. In loona, I collect Hyunjin, Kim Lip, and Gowon. In artms, I collect Kim Lip, and then select Jinsol and Cherry for top 3 sets. In loossemble, I collect Hyunjin, Yeojin, and Gowon, and select Yves and Chuu solo releases. In 8-turn, I collect Yoonsung, Yoongyu, and Sungwon, and select OT8 sets. In P1 Harmony, I collect Taeho. In stayc, I collect Xian. In xlov, I collect Hyun. In NCT 127, I collect Jungwoo. In NCT Dream, I collect Jaemin. In Red Velvet, I collect Yeri. In yves, I collect Kao. And in the boyz, I collect Joo Hakneon. So yeah, we've got a lot of binders to go through. I got 14 binders in total, so it's gonna be a long one. So grab dinner, whatever, grab breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever your time zone is at, right? Is the moment you are watching this video. Grab a drink. I got water next to me because my throat doesn't like me after I talked way too much in these videos. So yeah, let's just get into it. Make sure we get all the cat hairs, so otherwise I'm gonna be cat hair galore. Okay, to start, we have my misc binder. This houses groups I used to collect. Okay, this houses groups I used to collect, or groups I want to pick up. To start, we have my Anteen collection. I have Iju and Yuma's Back to Life butterfly cards here. I would love to pick up Anteen one day, but they are unfortunately a hybe group. So I am currently boycotting hybe. Been boycotting since Le Seraphim's Easy came out, so it's been 2 years. So yeah, I did buy the secondhand, not first pressed. But that's all I have for Anteen. Bhahypen, I just bought his album and I kept my 3 cards that I pulled. Boy Next Door, same thing. They are a hybe group, but I love Boy Next Door. Might pick them back up one day, but not right now. BTS was my first ever boy group I got into. Same thing, boycotting hybe. So yeah, these 3 albums, I just have 1 copy of each of them, and then those were the cards I pulled. We have my Cravity spread here. For Cravity, I just buy an album and just keep my pulls. This card was gifted to me by my friend Ev, so thanks Ev. So yeah, there's Cravity. And then Rise, I might pick this collection back up again, but I stopped collecting them after SM decided to kick out Sungwon. I feel like every Rise is like that, but I have these 2 Get a Guitar cards and then this Rising card, and that was the last album I bought. I almost did buy Fame when I saw it at the store, but I didn't because I don't like that album. So yeah, and then I do have Sungwon Solo here. I bought the DVD looking version. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, and this was the card I pulled. And then TXT, I have this Good Boy Gone Bad card and Sugar Rush Red card. Love TXT, same thing, boycotting hybe. So those are the only 2 TXT cards I have. Sierra Base 1, I used to collect Yves, fully, and then Wake 1 decided that Zero Base 1 had to do 5 million versions, and I did not like that. So I have 1 Youth in the Shade, 1 Melting Point card. This is a Melting Point Pop, and then this is a Never Say Never Ricky card that I pulled, and he's too cute to trade. So yes. And then we get into the girl groups. I have aespa here. I just have My World, Drama, Armageddon, and Whiplash. I did not buy Rich Man or Dirty Work because I did not like those songs at all. So maybe if aespa has music that I like, I might buy more cards with theirs again. But for now, I just have those 4 Giselles. And then Kepler, same thing. Wake 1 likes to do too many versions, so I just have these 2 Do Blast cards. And then I have this Kepler Going On card, their last album as OT9. So yes, Le Seraphim, same thing. They are a hybe group, so I'm not buying their albums at the moment. But I do have these 2 Unforgiven and this Easy card. And then we get into my biggest collection in this binder, which is my nmixx collection. I think this is a collection I will pick up in 2026, but we will see. To start, I have this Break Lily Target card that I pulled, and I just kept... I sold my 2 Lily album cards I had for this album, so maybe I'll buy some Jews. We'll see. It depends on how cheap they are. And then I did just recently buy Stick Out, so I pulled this Kyujin, this Bay, and this Haewon and Lily unit. And then this is my spread for Blue Valentine. These 2 are the Target cards, and then the rest of these are Jews album cards. I do want to get the blue version one day, but we'll see if I get to that point in my life. Then we have Purple Kiss. I have some Swan. I miss my cards here. I did see Purple Kiss on their tour in 2024. But they unfortunately disbanded in November, so yeah. I hope the Perky girls are doing good. I miss you guys already. Yeah. And then WJSN, I collect Unso. I just have this Unso sequence card and then her unit with Yara. I don't know what Starship's issue is with WJSN and not giving them comeback, because it's Sequence came out almost 4 years ago and they still haven't had a comeback. Dion did come out with Body, so hopefully that's a sign that we're getting new WJSN music. But yeah. And then I do have Monster X back here. They are not in the blue sleeves because these cards are too big for the Japanese side, so they are in the standard white sleeves. I did buy Reason like 2 years ago, pulled this Chunkyun and this Chungyun and Juhan unit. These are my top 2 in Monster X anyway, so that's fine. Chungyun's enlisting soon though. I don't know how I feel about that. But anyways, that's all I have for this misc binder today. Okay, next binder we're going to go through. This houses NCT, the boyz, and xlov. These are all casual collections, so I don't collect everything for them, which is just fine. Sorry, this thing likes to stick up and I don't like it. Okay, to start, we have my NCT collection. I do listen to all 4 units. I do not have a lot of cards for all 4 units to testify to that, but yes. To start, we have my 127 collection. My bias is Jungwoo, so yes, I do want to get more Jungwoo cards, and I think that is a goal I can meet while he's in the military. So yeah, I do have this 2 baddies card coming, so it'll be in my next storing video. This is Fact Check. Be there for me. I need to get a walk card still. And then this is his walk crew card from the poster version. That's all I have for Jungwoo. I need more. Next, we have my Dream collection. Dream is my old unit in NCT, so I do have more for Jaemin. But I have this Candy Digipack card I pulled. This is the Extrovert version for ISTJ, the Vending Machine version for ISTJ, and this is his ISTJ Target card. And then I have Dream Escape. I think this is the I Can't Feel Anything version. Dreamscape. I don't remember. I think this is the flip version, the vertical flip version, whatever. I need a Back to the Future card. I did buy a Digipack, and I decided to keep the member I pulled. Yeah. And then I have this Beat It Up Digipack that I was able to find a trade for. And then we get into my extra NCT cards. I have this Johnny 2 Baddies card I pulled when I first bought the album 3 years ago. Holy shit, I've been to NCT for 3 years? That's crazy. Wow. Okay, anyways, I have a Jaehyun card from his solo J. I do want to get the other NCT solos, but right now that's the only one I have. And then I have Henry's Gimme That Bug card. Henry is my bias in Wavy. I do want to get more Henry cards, but he is a pretty cheap member. That is a very attainable. And then I have this Haechan Go Back to the Future card that I pulled. This Chunla Dreamscape Target card, and then Riku's Pop-Out Jewel Case that I pulled. So yeah, that's it for NCT. Small and sweet. Then we have the boyz collection. As you can see, I collect Joo Haknyeon. He unfortunately got kicked out of the group by the company back in June. So yeah, he's not a part of the group right now. He's going to court against the company right now, and I hope he wins. So good luck. Anyways, to start this small collection, I have Maverick on this page. This is a Maverick Pop, and then Whisper, Roar. This is Lip Gloss, and then Hurt Me Nectar era, and Hurt Me Less, I should say. This is a Pop from that era. Then these 3 cards are their fan meet cards from their 2025 fan meet, I should say. I don't know if they've had another one since then, but yeah, this is my favorite card of his that I own. He's too cute. And then I have this unexpected pub I joined. This was the last era he was in before he was kicked out of the group. So, yes. Anyways, that's it for the boys collection. And then xlov, I've been collecting them since January 2025, since that's when they debuted. So, yes, I collect Hyun. I just have his I'm a B cards. There were only 2 cards for this era, so this is done. This is a pop from I1. And then we have I1, which I have all the photo books for. I do not collect the special packs because those are expensive and I'm okay without them. And then their most recent comeback, Unlove. I just have this 1 card I pulled and I need to get the other 3 for Fairlight Sheet. But yes. But that is actually all the cards I have for this binder. Okay, next binder is my girl group binder. Same thing, casual collections. Yada, yada, yada. To start, we have Red Velvet. I did just pick up Red Velvet this year, so this collection has a lot to work on still. But I'm only collecting 2 eras for yada, yada, now. Why won't this stay down? Okay, I fixed it. So to start, I'm collecting just Chill Kill and Cosmic right now, but I have 1 card for this page of Chill Kill, 1 card for this page. Chill Kill has 9 cards in total, so this is going to take me a minute. And then I did just buy her poster card, so I should have this soon. And then I have this toy poster card that I pulled that I decided to keep, and it helped fill out this page here. And then we get into Cosmic. I just need her mini for this page. This is the Target card that I traded for like 2 years ago. The only photo book card I have, and then I just need the other 3 cards. And then these 2 eras will be done, and I'll probably start back to collecting like birthday and stuff. And then, sorry, I had to pause to breathe for a second. This is a lot. And then we have my stayc collection. I used to collect Yoon, and then I switched out my collection to Xion, and I am much happier with my stayc collection now. I'm only collecting Teen Fresh Forward since that is the era I got into stayc, so I just have this first page, and then I just need 1 card for this page. Exciting. And then we have Metamorphic. I just need her 2 selfies, and then this page will be done. Then her Platform, her Plave card for S, and then I have the S cards complete, and then I need her I Want It cards. And then back here is just my extra Yoon page. I have kept 2 Team Fresh cards I loved. And then these were 2 US exclusives that I just traded already and was too lazy to trade them again, so I kept them. And then we get into my yves collection. I collect Cal. This was also a collection I picked up in 2025. I did downsize the collection since the last time you saw it. I'm only going to be collecting 4 cards per era now because yves does a lot of... They're expensive after the album for some odd reason, and I don't like that. Yes, so here's my yves Mine page. Switch is done. yves Empathy, I just need 1 more card. And then yves Secret, I just need 1 more card. And then these are my extra cards. I have this yves? Yes, yves card, and then my extra yves Switch card. But that is it for this binder. Okay, I still have 1 more A5 binder to go through, but we'll get to that when we get to the twice section. So now we're going to move into my A4 binders. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, this binder houses groups that I used to collect, but I either downsized or I took a pause on them. To start, we have my Idol collection. So I just have Super Lady here, or 2. I have Cleese Solo, and then Collection or I Sway. I have Mion here, but my bias is Shua. So yes, Mion is my second bias, so it's fine. And then the last cards the last album I ever bought for Idol was Mini Solo. So yeah, I might buy more Idol albums in the future, like more solos and stuff, but they'll just continue here. And then for Itzy, I used to collect Yeji. To be quite frank with you, Girls Will Be Girls did not vibe on the first listen with me, but I do love the song now. And I love Tunnel Vision, so I might go back and buy 2 copies of those. A copy of each of those albums. To start, we have Checkmate. I just have these 2 cards. And then Kill My Doubt album cards, and then these are 2 Kill My Doubt pobs. Born to Be, I actually got lucky and pulled this Barnes & Noble card. And then my 2 gold cards are here, and then Yeji Solo I did buy a copy of, and these were the cards I pulled. But that is it for the girls that are in here. 17. RIP my 17 collection. This is one collection I do want to pick up again once they leave Hybe or the Hybe boycott stops, which I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon, so RIP to that. But yes, I just have Sector 17, FML, the FML Carrot version, the Target card for 17th Heaven, and then 17th Heaven, I think this was like the night version, I don't remember. It was a specific time is what they named all their album versions, and I do not remember. And then the Carrot version, I think these were my favorite cards ever, is the ones in the raincoats. But that is it for 17 enhypen. I'm still debating on if I want to pick up this collection again once the hybe boycott is over, but we will figure that out when that time comes. To start, I have Manifesto Day 1. I did pull these 2 cards in my album. First try, Dark Blood, and then the rest of these are Orange Blood. So I bought one of the album versions, the Target card, and then I bought... That was the first time I ever bought an engine version, actually. Yes, and I think this is a Weverse card that someone just gave me for free. So yeah, that's all I have for enhypen. Stray Kids. I used to ult Stray Kids, and then I stopped liking their music, so I downsized on this collection. So yes, I only own 4 Skiz albums now, and, you know, this collection holds a special place in my heart, but I just can't do Skiz anymore, unfortunately. Sorry, Stays. Don't get mad at me. Anyways, I did keep Thunderous. I just have this one Felix that I pulled. Not Maxident. Ordinary. I just kept my pulls. I pulled this Felix. Go me. Maxident. And then 5-star. Here, and then the Sungman Magic School, Skazoo, whatever. I just got it for free at a K-pop store, so I just kept it. And then this is just an extra ateez collage that I made before I made a new one. So yeah, but that's it for this binder. Okay, next binder we're going to go through today is my A-Turn collection. I picked up this collection just this last year. I did see them on their tour. So yes, I love this collection so dearly, and I'm almost done with it actually, which is exciting. So yeah, to start, I just have some freebies from the tour, and then the signed ticket I pulled. So yeah, so to start, we have their debut era. Obviously, I'm just missing 2 photo book cards for this page, and then the limited cards are going to be the ones that I'm going to struggle to get, but that's the usual with the group that does like limited cards or anything like that. And then we have the Rise version, missing 3 cards for each, 1 card for each member, and then the limited cards. These are just like the non-concept-y cards, so they should be easy to find. And then Uncharted Drift, I'm just missing the Polka cards for this, and then I will have this album complete. So we have the Uncharted version, and then the Drift version. So yes. And then Stunning, or Pom era. I do have this page complete, so these are the photo book cards, and then Polka cards, and then photo book cards, Polka cards, and then this last page is the rest of the Polka cards, because they had to do 4 Polka cards per member, which is, I think, is ridiculous. I just need this one, and then this album will be complete. And then we have Lego, one of their first singles. This album only had 2 cards per member, so the photo books are here, and then a pop set here to fill up the page. And then their most recent, like, physical release, Electric Heart, same thing, 2 cards per member. This page, they were not very cohesive at all. And then Pobs. And you'll see, because the backs match up, but the fronts do not. I don't know why. I know why M&H decided to do that, but it's ridiculous. And then I have my extra cards. This is a turntable card, I'm pretty sure. Yes, one of the turntable cards. I think it's like a fan made card. And then their light stick card from their light stick. This is a pop from Stunning, I'm pretty sure. Uncharted Drift or Stunning, I can't remember which one. And then these are the Like a Friend card, some of the Like a Friend cards, I should say. This is the album card, and then 2 of the Pops. I think there's like 2 more Pops, and then the Fan Meet card. The Fan Meet card is the one I worry about the most, but yes. And then these are more turntable cards from a different point. And then this is an Electric Heart Pop. It's the Ring Pop one, so, and I'm glad I have this card. And then these are all my Electric Heart Pops, I believe. Yes, so these 2 are Million Music. These 2 are Hello Live, question mark? No, this is Make Star. This is Hello Live. So yes, and then whatever other things I get will just go here. And then this last page, this is the OT8 set that they give you when if you got VIP on the tour. So yes, I'm keeping this until the day I die, but I have OT8 for it. But that is all I have for A-Turn. This is the only A-Turn binder I have, so. Okay, next binder we're going to go through is Loona. Well, Loona, Artemis, Loossemble, even Chuu. So yes, I store them all in this one binder. I have my cover is this extra one of a kind album that I purchased. Oh, ignore that. So to start, I have this Kimlip postcard from Icarus, and then this one of a kind page that I love of Go On. To start, we have BBC Loona. I only collect Not Friends and flip that for right now. So for Not Friends, Kimlip was the only one in my top 3 that was in this album, so I'm just collecting her for cards. I need 3 more cards and then this page will be done. Then the flip that AR cards are on this page, I just need lips, and then this page will be complete. And then we have the A version of Flip That. I just have Go On done for this page so far. B version, I just need 2 more for Hunjin and Lip, and then this page will be done. C version, I need a lip. D version, I need a lip. I have learned that Kimlip is a lot harder than you think, but I love that girl to death, so I will not be giving up. And then we have my artms collection. I am just collecting Kimlip because these objects are kind of expensive if you want the digital with it. So to start, we have Odd Eye Circles version up. This had 6 cards, and then the extra Oma that they had to add this year, which I think is stupid, but you know, what can we do? Doll, these are the Omas, and then the new Oma that they came out with. Burn, I just need these 3, and this page will be done. I need the Icarus license card, and then this will be done, and then I have an Icarus pop that I joined a group order for. And then this is just the clear card and ID from Doll that I got as a freebie, and I just kept it. And then I'm going to collect my top 3 for the Omas. Oh, hello, Miss. Say hi to Miss, everyone. She's interrupting her video again. Get her off. Sorry, little one. Okay, yes. Anyways, I'm collecting my top 3 for the Icarus Omas. So Lip, Jinsel, and Cherry, or top 3. I have Cherry complete, obviously, just not on hand. And then I need a Jinsel of some sorts. But that is it for Artemis. For loossemble, you collect my top 3. I do have the photo books complete for their debut. And she's back again. Hello? Are you done? Are you done yet? I'll come back when she's done. Okay, let's try this one more time, and if she interrupts me again, I'm gonna have to kick her out, unfortunately. But yes, here's the, excuse me, the dream version. I think this is the space version, if I remember right. And then the not object music album, ever music version. I just need the egg cards and Hyunjin's QR code, and then this page will be complete. And then I'm collecting OT5 for the other set because they had to do 4 sets for this. But I just need Yojin, and then the OT5 set will be complete. And then one of a kind, I do have the photo books complete. So here's the day version, dawn version, or night version, dawn version. Hold on. Sorry, I had to kick her out. Okay, dawn version. And then every music version, I just need these 2 Yojins and this one Go On. And then one of a kind will be complete in its entirety. And then TTYL. Still missing like 4 photo book cards in total. I just need a Yojin for this page, 2 Go-Ons for this page, a Yojin for this page, and then I need the Ever Music version cards, but I'm going to work on this year. Excuse me, I promise you. And then for Chuu, I'm just going to buy a copy of her albums and then just keep my pull. So I just need a Strawberry Rush card and a XO My Cyber Love album, and then I'll have Chuu caught up, but I do have Howl and Only Cry in the Rain. And then I'm going to do the same thing for Yves, but I have 3 cards for her first album, even though it only came with 2, just because this helps fill up the page, because the other albums came with 3 cards instead of 2. So yes, I just need I Did in Soft Air, and then this will be caught up, and then her next comeback will just go here. And then Yojin did some pobs with Hello Live, I think? Yes. So this was the first round, and then this is the second round. And it fills up a 9 pocket page. Go On just did some too, and I joined a group order for it. So I will add them probably after Yojin. Right before my misc page here. And then this is a hash card I have coming in a go. I should have it soon. And then this is an ant card, question mark? I think so. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. Yes, and came after 12 o'clock, yes. And then this, I think it's like a Fami card from when loossemble debuted. And then 2023 season's greetings? No. 2024? like that was the only season's greetings that they did. Yeah. And then the 2 units I pulled from One of a Kind that I kept, and then 2 extra loop cards. Well, that is all I have for my Loona collection. Okay, next binder is my xikers 1 binder. This houses all my album cards for my top 3. I've been collecting xikers since debut, so I have lots of cards for them. To start, we have Doorbell Ringing, their debut, or Tricky House, one of my favorite xikers songs of all time. I have the Tricky version. I just need 2 Saiyans and 1 Yujun for this page, and then Saiyans US exclusive to help fill up the page. And then Saiyans hiker set, and then this page will be done, and then I have one of the platform sets here. The other platform set is very expensive and hard to find, so I did not collect that. And then this is how to play or do or die era. I just have missing 1 Yujun to finish this page. And then for the hiker version, I just need 1 Sayun and 1 Yujun, and then this page will be done. And then Trial and Error, I just need the Hello 82 distribution cards for Sayun and Yujun, and then this page will be complete again, but I have the photo books done for the tricky version. And then the hiker version is complete. This is the version that they had the IDs with, so yes. And then Watch Out, or Witch Era. This is the era that they started doing 3 photo books instead of 2, so it helps fill up the page nicer now. So I have Tricky X Hiker version, and then the set 2 for those, and then the play version cards. These cards are the bane of my existence. Will I ever get them? We shall see. But I'm missing all of Yujuns on this page and 1 Sayun. Missing 1 Sayun and 2 Yujuns for this page. But my goal is to finish this year, so we will get it done. And then we have Spur. I just finished this in my last storing video, so I have Tricky X Hiker version, and then Tricky X Hiker version, where these sets are not very cohesive at all, but what can you do? And then the Polka cards, they did 3 for each member, and I was able to get all of them, which is nice. And then we get into their most recent era, Wrecking the House, or Superpower. Obviously, I don't have much for this, just because this album came out back at the end of October, so I do have goes coming. So, like, this one's coming in a go. I have a duplicate of this one coming, so yes. Here's the first cards, and then the second cards, I'm only missing 3. And if you watch my unboxing, I think I pulled 5 out of the 6 cards I needed, so that was very nice. And then we have the Polka cards. I did pull this Genmin, and then I had to trade. I traded for this. And then the keyring version, I pulled this, but then I pulled other members and I sold them, so now I gotta buy them, these cards again. And then back here, these are the lucky cards that came in their debut album. So I have Hyung Line here, and then on the back here, I have Maknae Line. And then these are the extra other members of the accordion versions. Junghoon was not in this album because he was on hiatus for an injury, so that's why there's 6 instead of 7. So yes, and then here's the hiker version ones. But that is all the cards I have for this first xikers binder. And then xikers 2 here. Made this cover out of an extra Spur album I bought. And then I have the Junghoon cover from another Spur album I bought. But yes, this is where my pre-order and merch stuff will go. So I just have pre-order cards in here for right now. So I have Doorbell Ringing. I forgot the album already. What is it? Oh, How to Play. I've been studying them for almost 3 years and I still can't remember this album. God damn it. Okay. Anyways, we have Trial and Error, my 2 Trial and Error Korean pops, and then I have a full page of Watch Out pops, so the exclusives and then some Korean pops. I went crazy with Spur and I bought a lot of pops, but I have the US exclusives. I still don't have this card. I'm positive it doesn't exist. And then if you're curious about where these pops are from, just comment down below with the timestamp and I will tell you where it's from, because I'm not in the mood to tell you where it's from. But I will just flip through these. And then the ones in the snowflake sticky notes are the ones I have coming on the way to me right now. So these will be full once I actually get those goes. And then Wrecking the House starts here. I have his US exclusive here. Or international exclusive, I should say. And then the store exclusives I got, and then I'm going to fill up my Korean pods here. And then I'm collecting OT10 for the international exclusive. I'm just missing Minjae, Hyunwoo, Junghoon, Hunter, and Yichan, and then I will have the set complete. And then these are my extra cards. I have this Hyunwoo US exclusive from How to Play that I kept, this Junghoon gold target card that I pulled that I decided to keep, and then this Yujun target card that I kept. But that is it for xikers today. Okay, next group we're going to do is twice. This is my pre-order / Nemo set binder. So this binder you will only see once or twice throughout the year, and that is it. This cover does not stay. To start, I have my 1 between 1 and 2 set, and then my 2 ready to be sets. And then with youth, I have all 3 sets for. Then we start strategy. I have all 3 sets for that. And then this is 4. I have all 3 sets. And then the story goes on. I have both sets. And then these are all the group cards. I don't know why they keep changing the orientation of them. There. And then the Nemo concept cards. I do not have all the Nemos, but I did just store the ones I do have in here. So I have both with 2 of the Wits Youth sets, 2 of the strategy sets, and then all 3 of the This Is 4 sets. So yes, but that is it for this binder. Okay, now we're going to do my Twice album card binder. This houses all the Korean comebacks. I do not collect Japanese for any of the groups, so yeah, but I do have Japanese cards in here actually. This cover is from an extra With Youth album I bought. I'm going to have to make a new cover for this binder, but I'm going to wait until the next full group comeback to buy an extra copy. And then you can see it peeking out. I accidentally bumped the camera and you could see my wall. I'm sorry. And then This Is 4 cover that I made. Cute. And then we have their earlier eras. For their earlier eras, I'm only collecting Jungyeon for. So I have The Story Begins, page 2, and then Twice Coaster Lane 1. Second page is Twice Coaster Lane 2, Signal, and then Twice-togram. And then Merry and Happy, I do have to collect my top 3 just to make the layout look nice. This is the only Chewy I have for right now, but I do plan on getting more of these this year. And then What Is Love, Summer Nights, Yes or Yes, Year of Yes, Fancy You. Fancy I was already collecting in 2025, so this has a lot more progress than all the other earlier eras. And then Feel Special, More and More, Eyes Wide Open, Taste of Love, Formula of Love. I did manage to get 2 cards so far, so that's exciting. And then between 1 and 2 is where I start collecting my top 3. So I believe this is the archive version, cryptopathy version. I think I said that wrong, I'm sorry. And then the message cards. And then the Pathfinder versions, and then Target set. And then my OT9 set is the other archive version, the Blushy set. So I just need Momo, Sana, and Chaeyoung, and this page will be complete. Ready to be, I just have the Digipack set here, and then the 2 version sets, the B version sets, and then the message cards will go here since they're in the B version concept. And then my OT9 set is the Ready version set, and I just need Sana and Jihyo, and this page will be complete. For With Youth, this was my first ever comeback with Twice. My first comeback I bought in stores. Well, actually, Ready to Be was my first comeback, but it was the first comeback I bought on release day was With Youth. I have the Forever version sets here, the bear hats in the middle, glowing set here, and then one of the blast sets here. This is the Target set. I wish Jungin was a little closer to make this set more cohesive, but what can I do? And then the Nemos will go here. This is when they started doing Nemos, and I absolutely hate them. But yes, I'm just collecting Jungyeon for those. I just need these 2. This is the one that scares me, but yes. And then for the Digipacks, I am just collecting my top 4, and Nyan is my 4th bias, and I just need her selfie, and this page will be complete. And then the OT9 set is the other last version set, and I just finished this set, so that's exciting. Strategy, I have the Step 1 version. Target cards are in that concept, so they go there. One of the Step 2 sets, Step 3 set, and then Nemos will go here. Still need to get these 2. And then I have Digipacks all around, and then the highlight version selfie is in the middle. And then OT9 set is the object set from the step 2 version. I just need Momo and Sauna, and this page will be complete again. Or not complete again, complete entirely for the first time. And then this is for, I have this version, the target cards. This is the first era that they did selfies for target cards, so that's exciting. And I hope they continue doing that moving forward. And then one of the yves version sets. Then the 4 version sets, and then they called it the nmixx the Polaroid sets this time, but I'm still going to call it nmixx just because that's what all the other ones are called. I just need the this version and the 4 version, and this page will be complete again. And then same thing as with strategy, I have the digipacks all around, and then the confetti version in the middle. And then my OT9 set is the other yves version set, and I think this is my favorite OT9 set that I have. And then we have their most recent album, 10 The Story Goes On. They did this for their 10th anniversary. So yes, I have the cast version set here. I believe the target card is at the bottom. Yes, the target set is at the bottom. And then I have the episode version concept of the cast version here. And then these are the episode version. I just need Chewy, and then this page will be done. And then my OT9 set is the 3rd set of the cast version. And I love these cards. And I love this album because all these outfits are based on their solos. And I love all their solos. So yes. And then Google did like this random thing on their actual 10th anniversary where you like searched up twice on Google and then you got like a random card, like a random digital card. And someone on Instagram just made these into official cards, fake cards obviously, so I got my top 3. And I feel like this is a good end to my Story Goes On layouts. And then some of the earlier Twice eras had extra cards, more than 9 cards. So I have the 2 extra What Is Love cards here, 2 extra Summer Nights cards here. Yes or Yes had an extra one, Fancy had an extra one, Feel Special had 2 extra ones, and then Eyes Wide Open had an extra one, and those will go here. So I'm going to call this my extra Jungyoung section. And then I have this Ready to Be Hollow Pop that I got like 3 years ago. Cute. This is the Barnes & Noble card from Strategy, and I pulled it first time. Yeah, so exciting. And then this is the Polaroid from the highlight version for Strategy. This is the with youth Nemo concept. I don't know why it's there. It should be, yeah, I don't know why it was like that, but it should be like this instead. Okay. Anyways, and then Enemy was their most recent Japan release. They were selling it in Target, so I bought it. I was able to trade for this Jungyoung, and I still need to find a trade for this one. And then the last page in this binder is all my extra Twice cards. I do have this Chewy Ring Pop card that I pulled in my Fancy album, and I'm keeping her just in case I do decide to pick up top 3. And then these are the units that you got in the Digipack for Ready to Be. I just have one. I have Honeyline, Middle Line, Matinee Line, one of each. They're not very cohesive, but they were cheap when I bought them like 3 years ago, so yes. And then this is the Nyan Target card for 10 that I just pulled and I decided to keep. And then this is the group card from Enemy, my Enemy album. Well, that is my Twice album card binder. Okay, last binder I have for Twice. This is my soloist binder. So if a Twice girly has a solo, it goes in here. I have this Jungyoung freebie at the front. This is me manifesting a Jungyoung solo. I am waiting for that day to come. Let me flatten this out so it'll actually stay put. Okay, to start, I just have this cover I made. Not my favorite cover in the world, but I might remake it with their next album. We'll see. Then I just have this Nyan from Strategy in the back. To start, I have a miscellaneous page just to help make spreads. I have this Nyan business card from her first album, Jihyo's Target card, and then the lenticulars from Chewy's album. To start, we have, I do sort this in age order, so we have Nyan first. This is her first solo, and I just have 2 cards from each version. I do want to pick up more cards from this since I'm only missing 4 cards in total. But we will see if I actually commit to that. And then we have Na. I have all the photo books for this album complete, so I just have the A version cards, the started B version, and then B version, and then the C version, and then her target card right here. And that's all I have for Nyan. And then Jihyo, same thing as Nyan's first album. I just have 2 cards from each version, and then this is her Digipack set that I pulled. And then for Chaeyoung, this is the most recent Twice solo that came out, so I'm still missing some cards from this, but I have the Glimmer version here. All the cards that I have for Chaeyoung are the ones I pulled in my 2 photo books that I bought. So, yes, and then this is the Target card. These are the other cards I pulled, missing 7 cards in total, so not too shabby. And then we get into Chewy Solo. I do not remember what the versions are called, so bear with me. But this is all one version. And then this is the other version of the album, and then her target card. And then at the back here, I have their digipack. So I have Na, Little Fantasy, and Think About Chuu. I think I said that right. And then this is just a Nyan Nemo concept card that someone gifted to me as a freebie. And then just back here is a bunch of freebies I've gotten in trades and stuff. But that is all the cards I have for this binder and for twice. Okay, last group we're going to go through is my old boy group of all time, ateez. Been collecting them. Well, I started collecting earlier eras since this last year, but I've been collecting them since 2023. Standed them in January of 2022. Yeah, I think the end of 2024 was... No, the end of 2023 is when I was collecting them, you know, full time. But yes, to start, we have this, you know, cover I made out of an extra Golden Hour Part 2 album I bought. And then I have the Treasure Era, so Debut. So this is Pirate King, Holla Holla, and then Wave and Illusion Era. Wonderland Era, and then Answer Era. I did pull this card, so this is the only card I have for this. These cards are going to be hard to find, so if I don't find them right away, that's not a big deal. Then we have Fever Part 1, which is Inception and Thanks Era. I just need one card, and then this page will be done. Fever Part 2, this is Fireworks Era. I have this complete. They only did 9 cards for this, so exciting. Fever Part 3, this is Deja Vu and Eternal Sunshine Era. I have this complete. And then Fever Epilogue, The Real and Turbulence Era, I have these complete. And then this next era was my first era with ateez, the World Episode 1 Movement. So this is Gorilla Era. I do have the photo books here. And then his digipack, and then the IDs that came in the photo books. And then I also have Yeltsong's digipack to fill out this page. And then we have Halazia Era. I just have the Poké cards here. And then the photo book cards that they did, I'm collecting my top. This is where I start collecting my top 3. I just need 2 Yeltsongs and 2 Jungles, and then this page will be complete. And then Bouncy Era is where this is where I start collecting my top 3 full time. So I just need some Jungle cards in this Digipack, and then this album will be complete again. Then I have the platform cards, concept cards here, and then the selfie cards that came in the platform cards. And then I have If and Will, or Crazy Form Era. I do have the photo books complete. And then I'm just missing this Jungle Digipack, and then this page will be complete. And then I just picked up Jungle for the platform cards, so I have my top 2 complete, but I decided to pick up Jungle as well to help fill up the page. So, and then we get into Golden Hour. We have Golden Hour Part 1. I believe this album is complete, so I have the photo books. And then the digipacks. The digipacks have different colored backs because I could not care less if I got them international or Korean press. But yes, I did pull a Kissy Yeltsong first try. Look at me go. So yeah, so that's this digipack page. And then the platform and Poké cards because they had to do both this era. And then the OT8 set that came in the platform cards. And then Golden Hour Part 2 I do have complete. So here are the photo books. Digipack page. And then the concept cards from the Poké versions. And then these 2 are the Poké versions, and then these 3 are the other digipack cards for because they only did 6 digipack cards this time. And then we get into Golden Hour Part 3, which they did not do actual photo cards for this era, which sucks. But yes, so I have the Chuu US exclusive cards, the credit card covers that came in the album, and then the Polaroid cards from the Poké version. And then the Poké cards. And then we get into Golden Hour Part 3 in your fantasy. I have the cheek heart cards, the credit card covers, and then the cheek cards. And then the top row and bottom row here are the Poké selfie cards. The concept cards for this version of the album are expensive for some reason, so I did not collect them. Instead, I did the In Your Fantasy Limited Edition, one of the sets in the middle. Jungle is the only one that's cohesive on this set, but what can we do? And then here's my setup for Golden Hour Part 4. Obviously, this album comes out very soon, so I will have progress for these later. And then these are my extra cards. These are the treasure cards I pulled that I'm trying to trade currently. I have this San Fever Part 1 card that I kept. These two are Fever Part 3 cards I pulled that I decided to keep. This Yeolsung Blanket card from Spinoff. And then this is a spin-off card that I pulled that I decided to keep. Mingi Bread from Outlaw. And then this Sunghwa Will card that I kept. And then these are all my group cards. If you bought the Treasure Eras First Press, you also got the group cards. So I have all the group cards here. These are Fever or Golden Hour Part 3 group cards because I got a group digipack. Or group Poco version. And then these are the message cards that came with the Treasure Eras. And then this is just an extra collage that I have back here. But that is it for this binder. Okay, last binder for this video is my ateez non-album / pop binder. Why is it not? There we go. Okay. So this just houses my pobs, non-album stuff, all that. I have this extra. I bought way too many albums for Golden Hour Part 2, let's just say. To start, I have this Fever Part 1 pob, this Fever Part 3 pob, and then this Fever Epilogue pob. I want to get the Ode to Youth photo book cards. I found a set on Macari for fairly cheap for these. And then these are my movement pobs, and this starts my spin-off pobs. And then Season's Greetings for 2023, and then Outlaw pobs. Outlaw pob, and then Summer Photo Book for 2023, and then Will pobs. More Will pobs. And then Season's Greetings for 2024. This is where they started their Pacific round, was 2024. So I have round 1, round 2. One of his merch for his birthday. And then Pacific. And then this is where Golden Hour Part 1 starts with pobs. Ends here. And then Pacific. And then Pacific again. Summer Photo Book. No, this is Pacific. And then the Work to Live cards. I just need the basketball card, and then this will be done. And then these are replicas for birthday, since we are boycotting their Japanese releases currently. And then Pacific. This starts Golden Hour Part 2. This is all Golden Hour Part 2. And then this is 2025 Season's Greetings. Last Pacific round. His birthday merch from this last year. Sorry, I had to take a water break. And then this starts my Golden Hour Part 3 pobs. If you're curious where these are from, please leave a comment with the timestamp and I will tell you where it's from. There. And then the In Your Fantasy starts here. And then these are the membership cards from this last membership kit. And then I have Mighty Tees. I did just get this one in not too long ago, so I will have a next storing video. And then I did join a group order for the KQ shop for Season's Greetings for this year, so I should have this fairly soon. And then my setup for the exclusives for Golden Hour Part 4. Hello 82 is doing another Barnes & Noble pop-up in my city, so I will be there on release day to get the pop-up stuff. So, yes, and then these are the pobs I currently paid for that I have set up. And then we get into my OT8 sets. I have this I think this was the Hello 82 distribution set from Golden Hour Part 1. And then this is the US exclusive set. And then the international exclusive, the US exclusive for Golden Hour Part 2. And then the Gamer PC set. These are replicas. The real ones are so expensive for no reason. So I just have these. And then I'm going to collect OT8 for the Sobbing US exclusive, so that'll go here. And then I have my extra Yeolsung cards. If you're curious where these are from, leave a comment. And then my extra cards have this Hanjun Fever Part 2 pob, this Hanjun Fever Golden Hour Part 2 pob. And then this Sunghwa Fever Epilogue pob, this San Fever Part 2 pob, Fever Part 3 pob, Outlaw US exclusive that I pulled and I kept. I think this was Hello 82 distribution from Will era. Mingi Psyche card, that's a fake card. And then this Woowon Target card. I almost said his name wrong. I'm sorry, Woowon. And then I have my jungle cards back here. So yes, but that is it for this video. Let me find a page to end on. We're gonna end on this page. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I wasn't too boring. I always say that and then everybody loves my videos, but yes. I have lots of things planned to film for you. Obviously, Golden Hour Part 4, I will be unboxing. I've asked the community if you guys wanted a Season's Greetings unboxing, and you guys said yes, so I will be unboxing that as soon as I get it. And then another storing video coming probably in a month or two, since I like to hoard my cards until the very last minute, and then my videos are super duper long. But yeah, anyways, see you guys later. Bye.